Welcome to the world of habits, where tiny changes reap massive rewards. Imagine a realm where the smallest shift in routine can lead to the greatest transformations. This is the crux of our daily lives, where habits, both large and small, shape who we are and who we become. Let's take a step into the mind of James Clear, the author of the revolutionary book, Atomic Habits. Clear presents us with a simple yet powerful idea, that we can all achieve remarkable results by making tiny, consistent changes. In this video, we'll be exploring 3 core principles from his book. The 1% rule, which speaks to the power of incremental improvements. Habit stacking, a technique for seamlessly integrating new habits into your routine. And the 2-minute rule, a strategy to overcome procrastination and kickstart meaningful habits. So prepare yourself for an enlightening journey. Stick around as we dive into these life-changing principles from James Clear's Atomic Habits. The 1% rule, a seemingly simple concept with profound implications. This principle is all about the power of incremental progress. It's the belief that small daily improvements, when compounded over time, can lead to significant growth and transformation. Picture this as an upward spiral of continuous growth where each turn, each 1% improvement, builds upon the progress made before it. Consider the art of coding, a skill that's as relevant in 2024 as it ever has been. It's a vast, complex field, and diving headfirst into it can seem intimidating. But what if, instead of trying to master it all at once, you commit to improving your coding skills by just 1% every day? This could mean spending an extra 15 minutes each day on practicing a new coding language, or solving one additional problem on a coding challenge website. It may not seem like much at first, but remember, we're playing the long game here. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and before you know it, a year has passed. That's 365 days of 1% improvements. You haven't just improved, you've transformed. Your coding skills are now far beyond what they were a year ago. You're solving complex problems, building intricate programs, and all it took was a commitment to small, daily improvements. The same principle applies to health habits like daily exercise. Start with a 10-minute walk, then gradually increase the intensity and duration of your workouts. Over time, your fitness levels will soar and you'll be amazed at how far you've come. The beauty of the 1% rule is that it applies to any aspect of life, be it personal or professional. It encourages us to focus on the journey rather than the destination, to appreciate the power of slow, steady, and consistent progress. It's a gentle reminder that Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither are your skills, your health, or your life. Remember, a small change today brings a dramatically different tomorrow. Embrace this philosophy, and watch as the magic of the 1% rule unfolds in your life. Next up, habit stacking, an incredible tool for habit creation. So, what is habit stacking, you ask? Picture this. You're building a tower. Each brick represents a habit, and the goal is to construct a tower that stands strong and tall. But here's the catch, you can't just pile bricks randomly. No, each brick, each habit needs to be carefully placed upon another, creating a sturdy, interconnected structure. That's the essence of habit stacking. In more technical terms, habit stacking is the strategy of pairing a new habit with an existing one. It's like a 2-for-1 deal. You're already performing one habit, so why not sneak in another while you're at it? Now let's make this concept more tangible with a practical example, something relevant to the year 2024. Suppose you have an existing habit of drinking coffee every morning. It's as routine as the sunrise. Now, you've been wanting to start meditating, but finding the right time or remembering to do it has been a struggle. Enter habit stacking. Here's how it works. Each morning, as you brew that aromatic cup of joe, use it as a cue to begin your meditation. As the coffee steeps, take a few minutes to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and center your thoughts. The smell of the coffee serves as a reminder, a trigger, to start your new habit. And voila! You've stacked a new habit on top of an existing one. Before you know it, these 2 habits will become inseparable in your routine. You'll find that the act of brewing coffee automatically prompts you to meditate. The beauty of habit stacking lies in its simplicity and efficiency. You're not reinventing the wheel, just adding a few spokes to make it run smoother. So, the next time you're struggling to incorporate a new habit into your life, remember the power of habit stacking. It's like having a personal assistant reminding you to carry out your new habit, without the hefty salary. With habit stacking, the existing habit becomes the cue for the new habit. Let's now unravel the 2-minute rule, a powerful strategy to overcome procrastination. This rule, as proposed by James Clear in his book Atomic Habits, suggests that any new habit we wish to cultivate should take less than 2 minutes to do. You might be thinking, how can 2 minutes make a significant difference? Well, the power of this rule lies not in the duration, but in the act of starting. The 2-minute rule is a mental trick to outsmart our own tendency to delay. It works on the principle that a task we start is a task half done. By reducing a new habit to a 2-minute version, we make it so easy that we can't say no. It's about making the first step so simple that it becomes the default rather than the exception. Let's put this into a practical context relevant to 2024. Suppose you want to cultivate a reading habit, but the thought of finishing a 300-page book seems daunting. Apply the 2-minute rule. Start by reading just 1 page a day. It's a task so small it seems almost ridiculous not to do it. But here's where the magic happens. Once you start, you're likely to continue reading beyond that single page. The hardest part is often just getting started. And even on the days when you only read 1 page, you're still reinforcing your identity as someone who reads regularly. This is the essence of the 2-minute rule. It's not about the results you achieve in the 2 minutes, but the process of actually getting started. It's a system that encourages action and helps us overcome the inertia of procrastination. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step. And sometimes that step only needs to take 2 minutes. The 2-minute rule helps us make the first step, and that's often all we need to keep going. Let's bring it all together and see how these principles interplay in our daily lives. In the grand tapestry of life, it's the small threads that weave the most significant patterns. The key takeaways from James Clear's Atomic Habits are no different. They aren't grand gestures, but rather small, consistent actions that, over time, form the habits that shape our lives. First, we delved into the 1% rule. It's an intriguing concept, isn't it? The idea that small, incremental changes, improvements by just 1% every day, can have a monumental impact over time. It's like watching a plant grow. You don't see it happening, but one day, you look and there's a lush green plant where there was once just a seed. You are that plant, and your habits are the water and sunlight you need to grow. Then we explored the concept of habit stacking. It's like building your personal skyscraper, one habit at a time. You start with a foundation, a habit that's already firmly in place. And then you add another habit on top of it, and another, and another. Before you know it, you've built a towering skyscraper of positive habits, all interlinked and supporting each other. And just like a skyscraper, you can see it from miles away. Your habits define you. We also discussed the 2-minute rule. It's the idea that starting a new habit should never take more than 2 minutes to do. It's a simple, yet powerful tool to overcome procrastination and resistance. It's like inviting a friend to a party. Once they're there, they're more likely to stay and enjoy the festivities. The same applies to habits. Once you start, you're more likely to continue. Combining these principles creates a robust system for habit formation and personal growth. The 1% rule ensures continuous improvement. Habit stacking helps in integrating new habits into your existing routine, and the 2-minute rule makes initiating new habits a breeze. It's a trifecta of habit formation strategies that, when used together, can catapult you towards your goals faster than you ever thought possible. And now, for a thought to leave you pondering, consider this. Habits are like the invisible architecture of our lives. We may not see them, but they shape our days, our years, and ultimately our lives. The power to shape that architecture rests in our hands. We hold the chisel and hammer. The question is, what kind of masterpiece will you create? Remember, habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. So start small, stack them up, and take that first step. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more enlightening content. Which success-driven book would you like us to summarize next? Let us know in the comments.